Welcome to Why I Said Yes series. And today we have our incredible publisher and also co-author, Mary Gooden, joining us. Mary was instrumental in my personal writing journey back in 22 when I became a first published author with Sacred Surrender. And we've been together ever since, creating different books, different publications, and sharing stories. And it's been such an amazing journey. So welcome, Mary.
Thank you, Irina. It has been an amazing journey, hasn't it? Just something I never saw coming. And I remember your heart coming with such a big knowing that you needed to write a book. And it was really on the top of your list. And so blessed to have been in connection with you. A really great friend of ours, Payman Lorenzo, put us together. And he's also just like jet setting and, out in the open. And I believe that that's what these books, what your story, my story, everybody really who has a heartbeat in humanity and a breath. And we have this beautiful story, and there's just something, I'm going to use the word magical, but we're going to define it as unseen, unknown, that happens in your life. Or this is my personal experience, that just changes everything when you're not hiding anything. There's nothing to hide. Every circumstance that really came as a catalyst to allow me to come to a deeper level of home or love of self. I mean, that is really the long and the short of it. So I have been just every morning, every night, every evening, every moment, just grateful for the people that I have met through the process of story mining, storytelling, being raw and real, such as you, Irina. And to witness, like that's my favorite part of witnessing other people's journey. And let's just get together on this, not judging, not criticizing, but standing as a holy heart for humanity, witnessing somebody else's life, somebody else's journey, and just seeing so much power in who they've become. I mean, that's where I get out of bed.
I love it. Incredible. And I'm grateful that, in your personal journey, what made you become a publisher? Why did you say yes to becoming a publisher?
Why did I say yes to becoming a publisher? After 2 multi-author or collaborative books, such as what we're putting here, Reclaim Your Life, this is like 30 plus on the Divine Destiny publishing support. I did 2 of those before with another publisher. And the first one was really a big, powerful invitation. And I was like, what do you have to lose? And what in the world did you just say yes to? Like simultaneously happening. I want, everybody think about that. The simultaneous, oh my God, no, oh my God, yes. And so I told my 25-year forever story, like my divorce, my panic attacks, really the catalyst in my circumstances, the activation in my life. And then it was kind of fun being in the room with that kind of woman that was willing to get raw and real and vulnerable, that was really ready to see her own story as valuable, totally valuable enough to put it out into the world, in the knowing that just one person, it could change just one person's life. And so I did it again 4 months later in a book the first book was titled Phoenix, in case you want to go check it out. Something along the lines of I've been in a lot of these and written and done a lot, but meet the women who are rising from the ashes to find hope. It has a beautiful phoenix on the front. And the second one was birthing a new earth in regards to meet the women that are birthing a new earth in a book called, was it called Awakening? Yes, I think so. Anyway, long story short. And then I loved it again. I loved being in the room with these women and feeling like I could be a support to it. And so when that same woman who published those books decided to put on a mentorship program to teach us how to do the logistical pieces, the goal is really being able to create a space for people to share their story and feel confident and comfortable, safe, supported, and loved, right, Irina? That's really the yearning that I had. But then she taught me the logistics, and it took me a minute. But after 8 months, I think, it took me about 8 months to film my first book called Aligned Leaders, sage wisdom from women who are releasing from societal expectations, like radical alignment. And then we launched, and then 5 more books in 1 year of a publisher. So I kind of knew I'd met my calling.
Totally. I love it. Incredible. And this is the Reclaim Your Life book. It's your Toria's book, Toria's recent work.
In support as as publishing. But I've probably been in about, I don't know, I've lost count, but probably 21 or 22. I mean, we've supported other women who have put books together, such as the collaboration that we've created, Irina. And there are other people that have come with their collaborative books to get that support. So, and I just love it. And deeper still, like the more books that come, the deeper I get to feel like in this lifetime of being a support, of witnessing women and men like come home to themselves in such a way, to accept themselves in such a way that is just far beyond what we see in everyday life. And of course, that's why, these books that this is Irina's, I think, 8th book coming out into the world. They they are only the 2% of the population does this. And I feel like that gets lost a lot. So that's why you see my whole energy will change. Like, people that are sharing their stories and publishing them, publishing their books, their nonfiction, their transformational framework. You're bringing yourself to a level of the 2% of the population that is bold enough and really sincere enough or generous enough to share what they came here to activate in humanity. I know that's deep, but it's that deep for me. Like, I don't see it any other way. Like, think of us, if you want to gamify it, which we're working on a book right now that really speaks to, this is what the channeled message from transition son to mother is: wake up in the game. All we want is for everybody to wake up in the game in storytelling, pouring your heart out, letting people witness your journey. It's waking up in the game, friends. I
Beautiful.
mean, that's true. I'm quoting Joya Sosnowski's book that's coming out in August of 2026.
Awesome.
Yeah, I mean, you asked, why did I say yes? Like, for these reasons, I mean, like, I've learned so much. We learn so much about ourselves and about our colleagues and about our friends and about our community through storytelling.
Yeah. Yeah. So in Reclaim Your Life, why did you say yes to sharing your story in Reclaim Your Life?
Why not? Why say no to anything? And that's kind of where we started today. But why not? I have a lot of stories to share. They all lead to the same thing. In this particular one, I wanted again to anchor in a transformational framework that I offer to people that are yearning for something more, something better, something really joyful and expansive in life. And so in this one, I've got to put my eyeballs on just a little bit. I wrote about a journey of awakening from within. You might cringe when I say this, and it's my truth, and you might not recognize it, but I think that this planet is designed for play, for pleasure. And yeah, there's a lot of different systems or models running that tell us otherwise, but why I share that journey of awakening from within, that's what I've awakened to. Like, this whole thing is a gift. And Irina wrote about some really anchored practices about her book, The Gift Inside, but this experience is a gift. And when we can awaken that inside of us, when we can give ourselves permission to see life differently, to create a life based on being in a place of pleasure and joy and freedom. So that's what I wrote about. And my catalyst was panic attacks. My catalyst was I realized, even though I thought I was controlling everything, I wasn't controlling my body. I can't control my body. I have to get in a mindset. I have to go on the inward journey to learn how to regulate it. And that's kind of what I share. I share about my panic journey. I share about the seven really energies, or the chakras, or these emotional regulators that every single heart beating and breathing human has. So if you have a heartbeat and you've got a breath moving through you, you've got these 7 emotional regulators inside. Well, one of them rests just up here, but so I speak to those really easy ways to walk through a day, to learn more about yourself, so that you can say, hey, holy shit, there's somebody wonderful in there and I love them. I love that person.
I love that, because Reclaim Your Life is also about sharing tools that allow us to reclaim your life, simple things. And I love that you're sharing those in the chapter. So it's not just a read, but it's also a practice that people can implement if they practice that.
Yeah, I gave away my best stuff. I mean, I gave away the very practices that I started on this journey, this part of the journey 15 years ago, when essentially I went all in, man. I am all in this human experience, ready to support and lead and love people all the way home.
Love it. I love it. Was there any difficulties writing this chapter or everything? Because it's you already Torias plus work.
I don't know that I would claim a difficulty. What I do love about writing is there is a pause during that time, and it really supports me to embody even more, or to anchor within me even more, or to understand even more about how my non-negotiable practices, how the wisdom that it moves in and through me, how the invitations of ways that people can also start subtly changing their life. So there are moments of pause and reflection that sometimes will bring up, like, mostly it's like, thank God this is my life now. But yeah, I get to embody it. The more I read it, the more I write it, the more I claim it, it moves something, right? It takes up more space in my body. And when something is taking up more space in your body, something shifts. So sometimes there's a discomfort that in the body, there's all kinds of ways that our body tells us, but not really difficult, just empowering. How about that?
Yes, yes, love it. Thank you. What do you want the reader to be empowered to do, or what do you want them to learn after reading your chapter?
Say yes to creating a life you love. That's it. All right. I just want you to feel, everyone to feel that internal, like, I'm doing this thing and I'm going to take the silliest action, because some of the actions I invite people to take are the silliest, especially in business mentoring. I'm like, just the silliest, the most playful. Because remember, when you get me, when you're reading my work, when you're listening to my presentations, when you hear me on stage, understand that I'm coming from a place that really believes this whole planet, this whole earth, this whole experience was truly created for us to come home to pleasure and love. And that's my invitation. And when I get something that helped me do that, I'm going to share it with you.
I love it. Thank you. Thank you so much. Every time I get to speak with you, I get energized just for being in your presence. So always a
Isn't that
pleasure.
wild? And sometimes I do too. So it gets really not, I do too. There's this flutter that starts happening in my body. And because I'm feeling it too, I'm feeling it like, this is good. This is real. So thank you. Thanks for always inviting me to share.
Thank you so much for sharing your story, Mary. If today's conversation reminded you that it's never too late to awaken to a life of joy, purpose, and possibility, you love Mary's chapter in Reclaim Your Life, The Breaking That Made You New, launching July 7. And if you'd like to hear more inspiring conversations, click one of the videos on your screen. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode.